Yo, Proud family, we gotta start learning to hold people accountable. It really doesn't matter who you rooting for in the great rap war of 2024. Or who you rooting for in life for that matter. Your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your friends, your family, your lovers, all of that. If you're not holding them accountable, then you're enabling them. And if you're really rooting for somebody, don't you want them to learn and get better? So a little while back, Metro grooming was trending for some posts that he made a little while back. You won't believe how many people came in defense of Metro saying, well, he was young. But as you can see, Metro is currently 30 years old. And at the end of this year, he's going to be 31. And since posts like these were made in 2012, if you do some quick maths, then you'll realize that he was like 18 years old. I said that to somebody and they was like, 18 is still considered young. So let me get this straight. If you had a 13-year-old and an 18-year-old came to get in them doonies, you wouldn't feel some type of way? You do realize that admitting that somebody in your camp did something wrong doesn't make the opposite camp win, right? It just admits that somebody did something wrong and they should be checked on. Because he was 19 when he made the post about slipping something in somebody's drink just to get some Slurpee favors that he would want whether or not she did. And people were still saying, chill, he was young, 19 is still young, when I made the post about that. And I'm like, who gets to decide what's the cutoff for, oh, you're just young and boys will be boys? Because by that logic, you could say Drake was young when he was on stage with that 17-year-old. Like, come on. Drake fans, before you go into the comments shouting out, hell yeah, y'all not exempt either. I saw this post where bruh said, I need royalties off Not Like Us, I'm not playing. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Then I found a post on why he feels he's owed royalties, because he said if she listened to Drake, she'll owe me, which is in the song. Then I found this group of posts where it says fans are left scratching their heads after Kendrick Lamar's hardest hitting bars from Not Like Us were stolen from Twitter. Bro. I'm not a Drake hater, but Not Like Us was tough. Come on, it's a bop. Y'all really coping so hard trying to discredit Kendrick's song just to make Drake look better. Y'all act like Drake's latest entry didn't have hella bars that sounded pretty familiar if you are active on Twitter. Not Like Us is successful for multiple reasons. Clever lines, yes, and wordplay, but at the same time, it's also just a good song. Like, you can imagine dancing to it. Like, even if you're anti-Kendrick, you can't say when you heard the song, you wasn't like, Also, a lot of people have been questioning the validity of these posts because it says from Earth, but I've actually been seeing that a lot lately on some posts. Instead of saying from like an Apple device, an Android device, or whatever the case may be, it'll be like from Earth. And I don't know why or how it says that. Maybe it's if you use a PC. I don't know. My boy Jam Dynasty says them niggas Photoshop them shits because why all say from Earth? This is exactly what I'm talking about. But also further proves my point. For the most part, anything coming from Drake's camp said about Kendrick, everybody questions it with a fine-tooth comb. But anything that Kendrick says about Drake, people are like, ooh, you should, ooh. And I'm using this whole rap war just as an example. If you're really rooting for somebody, you gotta hold them accountable. They're gonna take some L's, they're gonna take some W's. If you hold a blind eye to anything that they could possibly do wrong, you're not really helping them. You're doing them a disservice. Tell me in the comments how you feel about that concept.